And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Okay, so Rangers back to winning ways in the Scottish Premiership as we beat St Mirren 2-1, which also secures our 2 wins on the bounce for Rangers in all competitions. Again, for those of you that did watch the game, yes, we got 3 points, which is the most important thing. Yes, I agree. The performance levels are still absolutely rank rotten, and again, I still need to see a lot more from this side if we're going to go on and win this title. Yes, there's 4 games to go, and yes, if we win 4 games, we have a decent chance of actually lifting the title, but I just have a weird feeling that we might not succumb and win all 4 of those games just because our performances are so bad individually. We're just not a good team, genuinely. I don't know what has happened since the international break, but we fell off a cliff. We're absolute crap. And again, today was no different. Again, at half time, we would have, done anything for 3 points, and that is the most important thing. So yes, a win is a win. We're still, of course, in the midst of this title race, but the performance levels, the urgency, the quality just needs to be better. And we've got another week now to prepare for a game against Kilmarnock, a side that have been fantastic so far this season, a side that have already beaten us this season, a side that have beaten Celtic a couple of times this season, and a good record against the old firm sides. But we need to be better, and this time we're at Ibrox. So here's hoping that we can use the home pitch to our advantage and use the 50,000 behind us as our advantage, because it feels like a long time ago since we played a home game. We've had sort of 3 Scottish Premiership away games on the bounce, which they've been absolutely horrible to watch, and today was no different. So here's hoping, going back to Ibrox, we can make things a little bit easier for ourselves and win a game more convincingly. Remember as well, guys, we do need to get our goal difference up, genuinely, because if we win all our games and Celtic win all their games bar the one against us in the old firm, they're still going to win the title due to the goal difference. So we need to get the goal difference up, and home games are a good advantage for that. I just can't see us scoring any more than 2 goals in a game, genuinely. Sometimes I'm just lucky that we even scored 2 today. We scored 1. We got 1 help with an own goal. But yeah, it's just worrying for me. But I just hope we're going to be a lot better going forward. Now, talking about goals and moving away from this game, Sam Lammers. Yes, he's broken an Eredivisie record and has become the first player for Utrecht to score in 7 consecutive Eredivisie matches for FC Utrecht. Yes, the big man, the 26-year-old striker, who is probably one of the worst signings I've ever seen in Rangers history, obviously did absolutely nothing whilst he obviously moved to Utrecht in January, and has in real goal-scoring form at this moment in time, literally tearing up the Eredivisie for Utrecht. They're sort of chasing European competition. They also want to sign him permanently this summer, and he's doing very, very well at this moment in time, which does bode well for us going forward, because we'll be able to recoup some of that transfer fee. Obviously, Utrecht have one stumbling block, is that they probably can't match our valuation, but what it probably does is hopefully puts them onto the market for other clubs that may be interested in buying him in the summer. But good for Sam. I actually think he's an alright, nice guy, just not a Rangers player in my personal opinion. Now, some fans will always have that thing, why did we get rid of him? Guys, you remember what he was like playing for us. He was absolute rank rotten. Just because he's doing it elsewhere, it doesn't necessarily mean he's going to come back and do it at Rangers, or he would have done it at Rangers. He was not good enough. It always reminds me of the Cedric Itten story. I remember Cedric Itten used to play for us, amazing when he was playing in the Swiss League. For us, looked absolutely rank rotten. So bad when he played. It was almost like playing with 10 men. And then he went to eBay or Young Boys out in Switzerland and lit up the league last season, winning the Cup Double, League and Cup Double, winning the Player of the Year award out there, winning the top goal scorer award out there. But again, you don't look backwards. Some players just don't fit, and there should be no conversation about Sam Lammers coming back into this team. He needs to be sold in the summer transfer window and go. His money should be used to try and get back to the rebuild. But I'm happy for him, of course I am, and here's hoping that we can get as much money as possible back for Mr. Sam Lammers. Now, Going on to today's main sort of subject of today's video, guys, we brought you the news, and I was getting absolute pelters from you guys in the live channel. Everyone, of course, but some people saying I'm chatting absolute BS. And now, of course, all the reputable journalists and sources are jumping onto the story. But that was with regards to Mr. John Lundstrom and Borna Barisic stating that they had agreed pre-contract agreements with Trabzonspor out in the Turkish Super League. Now, what I did say is I do trust a certain source called Yaguz Semikoglu, who is a very reputable journalist out in Turkey, and I went with it when he said it. I did believe it, because he was the man that sort of broke the news with regards to Ridvan Yilmaz. He's Fabrizio Romano's man when it comes to sort of Turkish football. He always uses him and quotes him, and he's now followed up the situation with regards to what we knew with regards to John Lundstrom and Borna Barisic, was the state that they both had agreed a deal in principle. Now we've got more details with regards to it, and further said that Trabzonspor have now signed a 3-year contract with Mr. John Lundstrom and a 2-year contract plus a year contract extension for Borna Barisic. So it does look like those two are going in out of the door. And again, for those of you that are being sentimental and saying this is the wrong decision, it's absolutely not. We don't want to be offering a 30-year-old John Lundstrom a 3-4 year contract to stay at this club until he's 34. He's far too inconsistent, and he's demanding the king's ransom. Let him go. He doesn't do enough. And for those fans that are there saying everyone's entitled to their opinion, trust me, he's not good enough. 3-4 years, that's a stupid decision to be making at this football club. I think there's so much better midfielders out there, younger midfielders out there that we can get on a lot cheaper and with a lot more higher ceiling that we could be developing. John Lundstrom is not great. I hate when people were making out that he's a sort of Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard type of play. He's not that good. He's very inconsistent. And again, he was crap again today. So I don't see this crap with John Lundstrom getting a new contract. Borna Barisic, I don't think there's any debate in the Rangers fan base. I can't believe it's 2024. He's still starting games. He didn't do too bad today, Borna, but yeah, absolutely right decision for letting them go. But it looks like those two will be going to Trabzonspor. Perfect decision. Philippe Clement, obviously, I think there's a bit of something going on with Philippe Clement, which I do respect, actually. I think he's obviously come out and said that John, wants to sign a contract. I just don't think he's a guy that's going to play players under the bus. I think he's a sort of guy in the public domain. He's going to speak highly about his players, but behind the scenes, I think he might be like, pull those contracts out. We don't want John next year. We don't want this, because he needs to rebuild his team. Genuinely, he does. And we all know that. The next ones to go, if John's gone, Borna's gone, great. I'm happy. I am. They've been good for the club. And Borna, I always feel bad. Borna's done all right for this club as well. I just feel bad. He's just been here 2 years too long. Borna, John's just John. I just don't think he deserves a new contract. There's nothing personal. Nothing personal. I'm just I want fresh players, new players coming in through the door. Now the next decisions to be made is finding Connor Goldson, Balogun, Suter, replacement. All three of them, they can't be the future of this football club. I know there's a lot of debate about Balogun at this moment in time, saying he's the best thing ever. He made a mistake today. He's got to hold his hands up to that as well. Our centre-backs aren't good enough to play in general. Balogun is good now. He's probably the best out of a bad bunch, and he stays with us to the end of the season. But there should be no notion of talking about contract extensions and all that. Rip it up, start again, get brand new centre-backs in at the back, and we'll go forward. And then there can be the conversation about Tavernier. Again, today, in the first 8 minutes, gave away 2 clear-cut chances. Yes, he got his assist. I don't question his impact going forward, but at the back, that first half, he was an absolute disgrace today and nearly cost us the game. So there is decisions to be made, but I'm glad that Borna and John, it does look like they're edging closer to their exit. That's the first stage done. Then we move on to some of the old guard that have been here for a long time as well, that they need to get out the door. Hopefully, Steven Gerrard does as a turn with Connor Goldson, and we'll have a conversation about Tavernier. Yeah, I don't want to push him out the door. I love Tav, but can we have him at right back? Absolutely not. I don't think so. But that's all I've got for you today, guys. Do let me know your thoughts on the whole situation down there in the comment section below. Do you think it's a good decision or a bad decision letting go of John Lundstrom and Borna Barisic? As stated, let me know down there in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Take care. Push.